Hello everyone, Mighty Benaya here with a quick update. It is about halfway through day 11, and I will not be posting this for probably another 12 hours. But I want to make you all aware of some updates on the Spy Master game. So recently, and by recently I mean a couple of days ago, I had some interaction with Elvis Presley, who is, let me that's Georgia. I don't want Georgia. I want Mississippi. There we go. Who is Vran Ahmed. But Elvis Presley, I had some interactions with him early on. He is a viewer. And given that, I wanted to give at least the benefit of the doubt. Had a little bit of a tough interaction early on as he took Fort Smith, and I'm sure you're all aware of this. And then I had some difficult interactions with him and said, hey, listen, you need to give me something, right? You need to give me some space. You need to work with me. He responded very quickly after I posted my last video. And I'm not happy. And so I am going to retaliate. That's the reason that I am waiting to post this video until a little bit later on. So what he did is he has Alabama and Georgia in his coalition. And he told them individually, go stack the border with Louisiana, with Mighty Benaya, and we're going to threaten to invade him. If you don't, then I will invade you. So very, very menacing, very threatening. I got this after the fact from Georgia and Alabama, respectively, and they offered the situation. They offered the information freely. I wasn't trying to coax it out of them, but they kind of told me what was going on. And then also, actually, I'll get to that later. So I have a bunch of people on my border. I don't know what I'm going to do, and I reached out to Texas, and I reached out to Georgia, and I reached out to Alabama, and I said, what is going on? And I reached out to Mississippi and said, hey, what is going on? I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what I'm going to do, how I'm going to continue. And he basically told me, join or die. Join my coalition, or we will wipe you out. So my back was against the wall. I joined his coalition. And I very quickly told my allies throughout the game, my Spy Master allies, hey, I am not okay with this, and I am joining under duress, and I will not be following this guy long term, but this is where I'm at. So I've worked within the bounds for the last couple of days. I actually moved through Texas. Texas is one of his allies in the coalition. I moved through Texas, and I took, this was an AI, and I took some territory down here. This is ostensibly for me to have some land outside of the coalition to help grow the coalition. But more than anything else, this is for me to have a space that I can have territory and defend myself for when I cross Mississippi, which is now. So when I post this, it will already have happened. I'm going to wait about 12 hours in order to do it. But I have been in chats with Missouri and Utah and Minnesota. And I don't know if they're going to join me or not. But I know that they are concerned about Alabama. My biggest concern is Texas. I don't know if Texas will intervene or not, but Texas seems interested in only dealing with Texas. So as long as I don't cross them, I don't think that they will push outside of the borders of modern day Texas in order to deal with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this province right before the artillery is produced, and this province right before the artillery is produced. He is moving all of his troops out here, from my understanding, in order to kick Alabama and Georgia from the coalition and take them over. One other thing that I neglected to mention is that he demanded that Alabama give this territory to me. He threatened invasion if Alabama did not give this territory to me. I fully intend on giving this territory back to Alabama, but in order to maintain the ruse and in order to prevent Alabama from being wiped out immediately, I accepted the offer. I am going to return the province as soon as Mississippi is dealt with and there's not a continued ruse. That is my plan. But it is my understanding from talks with other individuals who have had conversations with Mississippi that this gathering of 80 troops is intended to wipe Alabama. And normally, I am completely against betrayals on the level that I'm about to do. I do not suggest them. I don't recommend them. However, Mississippi, whenever you watch this, this is not because I want to betray you. This is because you betrayed me and you're about to betray other coalition members, and that's unacceptable. I don't stand for that. This is an example of a player being a bully, and I'm not here for it. And if you unsubscribe, then go for it. But I'm not going to just sit back and let somebody bully players in my coalition. I'm not going to sit back and let somebody bully people that I've worked with, people who have done things for me, and especially new players. Alabama, I believe, is... I have to select the actual troops. He's a low-level player. He's like 3rd level. Yeah, real low-level player. Georgia is pretty low-level too. 4th level. So picking on noob whispering, picking on newer players, it's not growing the game. It's making them less likely to come back and play the game. So that's the reason that I'm invading you. So yeah, that is the plan. Briefly, while I have you all, I'm going to go over what's happening in the world. Yesterday we did some morale strikes here for Benjigun. So in these 3 provinces, actually no, it was this province, and this province. So Benjigun is looking at moving north. Hertz, unfortunately, was overrun by the coalition up here. So Hertz is no more. I'm sorry, not Hertz. That was Mediocre. Hertz is in California. Mediocre was overrun. Papa Smitty is doing well, taking over islands in the Mediterranean. So looking forward to seeing how he progresses. And then look at Kakaras. Man, he is on fire, taking over good portions of Southeast Asia. Again, he is cut off by North French Indochina, but he has room to move south. And eventually, Indochina is going to run out of room, and because he has players all around him. And whenever he is declaring war on them, Kakaras can come in behind him without too much fuss. So several individuals in our coalition are doing really well. It looks like Hastings has returned from his tournament, but I have not coordinated with him for spy information or anything like that. Hertz is doing well. He is up against a couple of big boys, but he has been recently fighting the Mexican provinces. These 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, are working together in conjunction with this big boy down here. And he has been fighting, or at least standing off. He has not actually been fighting, but they've been kind of standing off here at the border between California and Mexico. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. If you have any comments, let me know, and I will try to update. Again, this will not release until until everything is done, but I will try to post an update not too long after everything transpires so that you can see where everything is. But as you can see, there is a large force gathering here. So my intelligence, things that I'm learning, seem to be accurate. And the biggest blow that I can deal is letting these, so it'll be 12 hours and I'll take this. and it'll probably be about 13 hours, and I'll take Jackson. So this artillery won't be quite ready, but I have 90 troops ready to move, and I'll have more than that because I am slowly generating cavalry for the strike. I do have a cruiser inbound, so the cruiser is on its way for naval support down south eventually, but that's not my focus right now. If you have any suggestions, let me know. If you want to continue seeing content like this, you want it to pop up in your news feed, go ahead and hit subscribe so you can see and be updated whenever new video comes out. Soli Deo Gloria, and I will see you next time.